Hi, hi, hi! Hello everybody! This is Gina Choi, Nina Choi, and Diana! And we are going to film about Korean beef and we'll talk about some Korean and American cultural difference, and also how she is living with her lovely and sweet family.
Korean husband.
Yeah, Korean husband. So international
Korea.
couple in Korea. We're so happy to have a new friend. Let's see how we are hanging out. Okay, it's gonna be really fun. Ready? Go! We found Nevermind in English very sad. I said McDonald's like this, the intonation, and they were like, "What's McDonald's?" And I was like, McDonald's is McDonald's. I was like that. Oh, I want to have one cheeseburger, and my friend thought I said cheeseburger. Let's get some coffee.
커피 마실래요?
네, 카페 마실래요?
I didn't think he was attractive at first.
Can we film this? Is that okay?
No, it's okay.
I think Diana is Korean now.
Yeah.
Oh, hey Diana! Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Maybe welcome hug. Hello. Do you want to try pork or beef?
I think the samgyeopsal is
Samgyeopsal. Okay.
Then maybe 고갈비 and samgyeopsal combination.
Let's mix it.
So since it is the first time meeting, let's get to know each other.
That's a good idea.
So I remember that you mentioned like you guys like were living in America.
We lived there for about 4 years.
Our parents decided to move to the States
Oh, okay.
so we can learn English
Yeah.
and can see the bigger world.
Yeah.
So that was elementary school.
Right,
Yes.
right. What brought you here?
Actually, like a lot of these brought me here. Like,
Oh,
first
okay.
of all, my husband.
Oh.
And then the second thing would be like bringing like the interest in Korean culture. Oh, the food is right.
Yay!
Oh.
꽃갈비. This one's 꽃갈비 and that's samgyeopsal, I think.
Samgyeopsal.
Samgyeopsal.
This is 고갈비 and that's samgyeopsal.
My husband was studying in Chicago.
Ah, so you guys met in the
In
city.
Chicago, right? So
Romantic.
very romantic. And then he was a student. Like he did a study abroad. So like one day he was in McDonald's and he was just trying to like order a hamburger. So like I saw him just struggling like over there in the corner. So I went over there and I helped him out.
Really? That's the
Yes.
first
Impression.
That's how you met him?
First impression.
Oh.
He actually was following me.
And then got married.
Very.
I feel like your love story is like a movie story.
Oh, that's
So sweet.
Here you go.
Here we go. We have pork belly. Yay. Samgyeopsal. Right. Samgyeopsal. Ooh, so
And this
excited.
is the grill.
Right. This is the grill. And we're going to put samgyeopsal on here. I'll show you.
I like the sound from the meat, like when it's grilling.
Yeah, I know. I love it. Me too. So hungry, actually. Are you hungry?
I only had yogurt today.
Really? Today? Let's eat a lot. Let's eat a lot. They have a lot of side dishes.
You know, in Korea, summer season is the rainy season.
Right.
And so many people like to eat kimchi
Oh, yes, that's so right. With broccoli.
Broccoli.
I didn't know that. You're so good. Husband. Maybe her husband.
I'm an expert now.
Right, I can tell. Like potato 전, 감자전, 파전, the sweet onion.
Sweet onion.
Right.
김치전.
Kimchi.
You like kimchi 전?
I really love kimchi.
Oh, you do? That's my favorite as well. Oh, the sound is so good. Do your kids also like grilled beef as well?
They love bulgogi. Bulgogi and like japchae.
Yeah, all kids like japchae. Right, a couple days ago, my parents told us that we used to bring the japchae and put it on our head, and then you eat it from when we were young.
This reminds me of my son Jenny. Like when he eats japchae, he'll eat, but then he will throw it at Minty.
So do you go to like institute or to learn Korean, or do you like self-study?
Yeah, it's like self-study.
I mean, she's living with Korean teacher, right?
Oh,
Oh yeah,
go to any business or McDonald's, right?
I use like a combination, like my husband and then the book, and then also like Rosetta Stone.
Combination of books and husband.
Actually, learning language and real life, I think that's the best way to grasp language and culture, right? We actually didn't know how to speak English when we were like in 4th grade when we went to America. Yeah, we couldn't speak at all. We barely knew ABC. And then we went there and we were like, we don't know how to speak English. But after 4 years, we were able to speak English.
4 years. So like what actually, like what helped you there? Was it like meeting friends or?
Yeah, meeting friends. So we actually brought an electronic dictionary with us. So we were like, oh, could you speak that again? Could you speak that again? And the pronunciation is in, oh, it means that.
Because speaking dictionary.
Speaking dictionary, right. We tried hard. Try samgyeopsal first.
Okay, let's see how the samgyeopsal is.
Oh, yay.
I'm gonna try it with salt.
Oh, yes, you can eat with salt or the samjang as well. Right?
Samjang.
I think she knows already, right? She's good. Yeah. You don't need to teach her anything. Is it good?
Very chewy. Very chewy.
Mm.
Very good. So as you mentioned, in California, there wasn't that many Koreans. How was it like when you were trying to communicate with friends? Like were you trying to say like mix Korean and English together?
We were fortunate enough to meet nice people, nice friends who could help us like learn English, and they spoke English in like really slow version. Yeah, for us. That's why we could like understand or at least try to understand. But of course, we had some hardships as well. Actually, when I first went to America, I said McDonald's like this, the intonation, and they were like, "What's McDonald's?" And I was like, "McDonald's is McDonald's." I was like that, and they taught me like McDonald's. You have to say McDonald's, and I was like, "Oh, the intonation." Right. There's another episode about the burger as well. I wanted to order the cheeseburger, but in Korea we say cheeseburger, right?
Right.
And I was like, oh, I want to have one cheeseburger. And my friends thought I said cheeseburger. So I was like, no, I want cheeseburger. And they were like, oh, maybe you were trying to say burger, right?
Burger.
They heard us saying booger. So we were like, no.
Oh no. Did you eventually get your cheeseburger?
Yeah, I eventually had my cheeseburger. I was so happy and at the same time sad to have the cheeseburger because I was like, oh my goodness, I can't even order one burger, right? I still think that we were lucky enough to go to the same school.
Oh,
we could,
yes.
like, find each other whenever we had heartbreak. We found each other and shared our stories. In the bathroom, we were crying,
hugging each other.
Yeah.
Actually, I really think that your English is good.
Oh, thank you.
Like, even though it's been a long time since you were in the US, I think your English is actually it's faster than normal.
Oh, really? That's good to hear.
Actually, like when I'm speaking Korean, I would say something like order, but they say ne, like they didn't understand.
Asking again.
So I was a little embarrassed because there's people behind me. But I think the most important thing is that just trying, like just attempting to do something.
Yeah. Just like ne in Korean, we found never mind in English very sad. Yeah. Because my friends were trying to say something, and I really wanted to understand what she was saying. But when I couldn't understand, I was like, "Could you tell me again?" They were like, "Never mind."
Never mind.
Right. And we were like, "Oh, I want to know what she's saying."
I think in Korean it's tes어요.
No, 됐어요. Actually, that's why we started our YouTube channel as well. Since we totally know how foreigners might feel in Korea, and we also know how to learn a new language since we were in America. Oh, I also wanted to ask you, how do your friends think of you living in Korea?
I think at first most people thought I would have a hard time because like the language and like trying to get around.
Right.
After I shared my experience, they were more like they were able to understand it's just easy. It's like it's okay. It's okay to live in a different country. And this kind of reminds me of my mother-in-law. She said, oh, like if you come to Korea, maybe like it's hard for the language to learn and like things like this. So like I started learning Korean and just kind of doing everything by myself, going to the store, library, like Home Plus, things like that.
So you tried a lot.
And then she's like, oh, it's not so bad. It's not like what she imagined.
I mean, even for us, even though there are a lot of foreigners living in America, we had a hard time in the beginning.
Yeah.
But we got used to it and we could like learn about the American culture as well.
Let's see, the hardest part about living in Korea, I would say understanding like the mom system.
Mom system?
Like owning Egypt and just like how to do something for kids. Like when I was pregnant, I had to go to the Pyongwon very often, hospital.
병원.
So like they would do like an ultrasound and let me know like how the baby was doing.
Right.
And so like if I went by myself, it was a little like difficult to understand the words.
Right. Speaking of that, I just realized that in America or in any other country, there aren't many systems for the pregnancy. Like in Korea, there are a lot of steps.
Oh
like,
yeah, there's a lot.
Take care of your baby.
Everything. It's
everything.
Like full care.
Right, full care. I mean, it's really good, but sometimes, you know, it might bug you.
Making mom friends is pretty easy. Like, especially like in my neighborhood, there's a lot of moms. And so like they go to the playground with their kids and I go there too. And so it's like always having a conversation together.
Are they good at English?
Surprisingly, yes.
Awesome.
Wow, that's good.
I mean, a lot of Koreans do get English education since they are really, really young.
Oh, elementary.
Not even elementary, actually.
Yeah, these days,
These days, like 3 years old, 4 years old. Yeah.
Are you planning to raise your kids here in Korea? Or-
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're having a really good time. And like before, I was a little worried about like how like if they were speaking Korean more or English more, but they're doing pretty good. And then like they really love the 어린이집.
어린이집.
I think kids do better than adults. Like
They
know how
adapt.
to adapt to new environments. So if I were the 어린이집 선생님, the teacher, I would love them. Like favorite, favorite.
So cute.
They really like their hair.
Yeah.
Curly hair.
Curly hair, so cute.
So they asked me like, is it okay to touch their hair? Because it's so like it's really soft and curly. So they just wonder like, how do I take care of it?
Oh, right. Maybe you can order naengmyeon if you want.
냉면.
You want bibimbap, right? With the sauce.
Yeah.
소스 2개요. 소스 2개, sorry.
Konglish.
Yeah,
Right?
Konglish. I just said sauce, please.
Sauce today.
If foreigners try to speak in Korean, even though they're not good at it, Koreans would welcome it so much.
I think so.
Right?
Yeah.
They would love to like try to tell you where's the road or where's the restroom or where's the restaurant.
Actually, I noticed that like if I speak Korean, then the treatment is more nicer.
Oh, I also wanted to ask you, does the smell of garlic not really good for foreigners?
I think so. It's really strong.
Because Koreans love garlic, and so they put garlic everywhere.
I really love garlic.
Oh, you do love garlic. Wow, that means you're Korean now.
비빔 여기랑요.
혹시 나눠
This is 누룽지. Do you know what this is?
Nuonji, it's kind of a soup.
Soup. Yeah. It's a rice soup.
Rice soup.
Yeah.
Can I share this? with
Sure. It looks like juk.
you? Right, it looks like soup. It's called 누룽지.
Wow.
Do you guys eat out often with your family?
We eat out very often, and then sometimes without the kids too.
Oh, without the kids?
Or without the kids?
Yeah.
So,
Who would take care of your
mother-in-law?
시어머니.
시어머니.
Yeah, mother-in-law, or just like they are in the 어린이집.
Do you do a lot of collaboration video?
No, actually, this is the first time meeting
Oh,
for
really?
collaboration. Thank you.
We're both first time.
Everyone's first time.
We're so happy. Let me used to live in California, our neighbors loved Korean food. So they visited our house, and you know my mom cooks really well. So she cooked a lot of Korean food, and they loved it.
Oh, that's so nice. I think nowadays, even just America and other countries, they really love Korean culture and food, especially.
They do?
So let's get some coffee.
Coffee 마실래요?
네, 카페 마실래요? Oh, nice Korean.
No, thank you. I realize you're taller than me.
Oh, yeah, I'm a little. She's taller than me. Hot one or ice?
I will do hot.
Hot, okay. Strong one or 연한 맛, the
Softer.
softer one, okay.
This is a really nice setup.
Oh, right, it's so pretty. Ame. It's Americano.
Oh, it's like a song, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Americano, it's also
Americano.
좋아.
좋아.
They have like ice here too.
Ice.
Yeah, it's like cafe.
Oh, okay.
Real cafe.
Yeah, it's like a selfie.
Yeah, selfie.
I keep saying selfie, but it's like self-help.
Self-corner.
Self-corner.
I think we can just say it's selfie. It's much easier. 2, 3 ice.
Thank you guys for helping. I feel
no.
like I'm just watching you guys.
We'll do everything today.
Thank you. I have coffee.
All right, let's go.
We have our coffee.
Hey, 커피 마시겠습니다. Oh, I'm so happy to have a friend like you, Diana.
Oh, thank you. I'm really
Yeah,
happy
I
just to
know,
like
me
meet you
too.
guys.
Yay! So we have a new place here with Diana.
When I'm in Korea, I forget like a lot of my American experience. So like I can just remember like my childhood, but like my 20s, like I just think of Korea. I don't think of like America or anything.
What do you think of Korean Kids Cafe?
Oh, it's really fun because like in America we have like I think like we have like the places where it's like for older kids, but we don't have anything for younger kids. So like the younger kids just go to the parks outside, but nothing like indoors. So when I came to Korea and like I started bringing Minji and Jun there, I realized that wow, this is really better than America. Like these places are so fun, and the kids are just they're meeting other kids, and you can eat there.
It's like a community, right?
Yeah.
I think Korea is really good at like making community services. Right?
Yes,
I think
they
so.
are.
Korean moms are so good at like taking care of their sons and daughters so
that's true.
much, right? So there are so many activities that moms have to do at
Exactly.
their schools, right?
In the Oldinijab, they have it like separated into different sections. Like in the mornings, I think it's like art class, and then like in the afternoons, I think it's like science and technology or something.
That's why Minji loves to go to 어린이집.
Right. 가자! 이러면서
가자.
goes.
And the stroller just screaming out from the stroller like 가자.
Before you met your husband, you only lived in America, right?
Right.
So what did you think of international couples or meeting other ethnicity maybe?
At first, I thought, well, actually in America, it's really common to see international couples.
Right.
So I was really used to seeing all diversity, like different types of people. So when I was interested in other people or thought they were attractive, I just thought it was normal. Like there's nothing special because you're a different ethnicity, just your personality and character is more important.
Oh, I'm so glad that I heard that because since we went to America when we were young, that's how we think about it. But for Koreans or other people who used to live in only one country, they might have some hardship of meeting other ethnicity, right? We want to like support those international couples.
Yes, I think it's really common nowadays, like because foreigners are coming to Korea. In America, when I saw my husband, and I didn't think he was attractive at first.
Can we film this? Is that okay?
No, it's okay.
Maybe he knows.
I told him like I didn't think you were attractive at first. Like totally opposite of what I had in mind at that time. So we started as friends, and then as time went by, just creating memories, we just started to go on dates. And
Oh, so when was the time that you felt attractive to your husband?
Yeah.
that's a very good question.
I think it is.
Your husband is like
your husband's watching.
Oh, that's a good question. Let's see. I think maybe 3 months later.
3 months later.
3 months later. What did he do after 3 months?
3 months after we met, he went back to Korea. So I started to feel lonely. I really miss him. So I would watch his pictures. Like I just watch his oh, he looks attractive now.
Now that it's far away. The now was the key point.
Oh, he looks good in this angle.
Yeah.
This angle's good.
Looks good at this thing.
I like your question, actually. Honestly, when foreigners think of Korea, we think of Seoul, we think of Busan. It's like the only 2 cities people think about. But you know, there's so many different cities. So I tell people, okay, you can go to Seoul and see the places there, but also check out the other places down below Korea. So there's like Jeollado,
전라도,
Gwanwon-do.
강원도, yeah.
So I definitely recommend go to the countryside. And see the scenery.
Peaceful, yeah.
Seoul and Busan is good for like the city life, you know, like New York. It's very similar, like buses and cars, traffic, restaurants. But the other parts of Korea, you can see like the scenery.
I think Diana is Korean now.
Yeah, no.
I can totally
She's
tell.
so everywhere. Like Seoul, Busan, no. For our vacation, she went to Jeju Island. Then next week, I went to Jeju Island.
Yeah, so we filmed a lot of freeload videos there.
Interesting.
It's gonna be uploaded soon.
Oh wow.
You're doing the battle.
Yeah, battle, like competition. Who enjoyed more?
Wow, that would be fun. Oh, it's like really dark now. This is like my first time to be in Seoul at nighttime for a long time.
Oh, it's not raining now.
Yay!
That's good.
That's good, yeah.
We had our dinner right
Here, on the 2nd floor.
It's called 조선 하루집.
조선 하른집.
Exactly.
하루집.
조선 하루집.
It was so good, right?
Yeah, definitely. You can find this on the 2nd floor, and it's not hard to find. It's on the main road.
Oh my goodness, it was so much fun, Diana.
It was. I just had a really good time being away from home and coming to Seoul. Like, it feels like city life again. Well, I mean, of course, like.
Let's go to Collabo.
We should do this often.
Yeah, definitely. Eating Korean food or like making Korean food is good.
Oh, making Korean food. I think that's a good idea as well.
Maybe Choi mommy can, you know, help us.
All right, that works.
Okay guys, did you enjoy today's video with Diana? If you want to know more about Diana and how she lived in Korea, please press like
And please subscribe.
and don't forget to hit the alarm button.
Thank you so much. Make choices.
Your choice.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
안녕. 안녕. Thank you so much, Diana.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.